Hello, thank you for joining us for our Season 6 virtual New Play Festival. My name is David Clark.
And I'm Brian Walker, and we are the co-directors of Derby City Playwrights.
We are excited to present readings of 8 brand new full-length plays written by Louisville area playwrights.
We're premiering these readings on July 24th and July 31st, but they will be available on our YouTube channel for the next few months, and we really hope that you'll tune in and watch all of them.
The last step of most new play development programs ends in a public reading with feedback from the audience. But since we're online again this year, it makes that last step a bit more challenging. We hope if you have feedback, anything you think could help our playwrights on their journey with their new plays, you'll leave it for the playwrights either on the YouTube link or email to derbycityplaywrights@gmail.com with the playwright's name or play title in the subject line. You can even leave a comment on our Facebook page.
We want to acknowledge the hard work that these playwrights have done to prepare for this day. We're a collective developing plays as well as playwrights, and that means everyone pitches in. Everyone does heavy lifting, and these playwrights not only attended monthly feedback sessions to provide feedback on each other's plays for the last 8 months, but they've cast their plays, set up their own rehearsals and recordings. Many even directed and edited their own work. These writers did it all, and they are awesome.
We also want to thank the amazing group of actors and directors who have shared their talents with our playwrights, both at our monthly meetings and for these recordings. We couldn't do what we do without them, and we dedicate these readings to them.
And you want to join us? We're currently accepting submissions for our Season 7 group of playwrights. See our website for submission details. But hurry, our window closes on July 31st at midnight for consideration for our 2021-2022 season.
And finally, we'll have a donation button on the live feed with the link on our website as well as at derbycityplaywrights.org. If you are able and believe in what we do, consider making a donation towards our next season, which will be in person again, and we have lots of exciting things in store.
And thank you for tuning in. We hope that you enjoy the play, and we thank you for your support of new plays in the Ville. Inquest, written by Aaron Fitzgerald. Act 1, Scene 1. Song notes. The play starts out with a sort of medley of overlapping of 2 songs and 2 scenarios. These are happening simultaneously, but not in shared space. The song starts with a verse of Bees Are Buzzin', and only Jay is highlighted on stage. She's moving around in a sort of mania, showing whatever emotion the lyrics describe. The Hey, What's Up verses are sung by a chorus of multi-role actors and should depict multi-person communication via phone, messages, and other interactions of people peripheral to Jay. This part should show genuine concern from all involved, but should also demonstrate the awkward, semi-gossipy, third-hand nature of the interactions.
The bees are buzzing in my head today. I'm moving, shaking, forward all the way. There's so much big stuff in the air. Ideas are flying everywhere. It's like a carnival, I swear. It's kind of weird, but I don't care. The bees are buzzing in my life today, swarming around me, showing me the way. And I am getting so much done, and I am having so much fun. Then suddenly I'm having none. I'm being watched by everyone. Hey, what's up? How you been? How's it going? Hey, it seems like forever, yes it does. I just called just to see what you've been up to. I just called you, you just called me just because. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? How you doing? I've been staying pretty busy, by the way. Have you seen well, I mean, I was just wondering. You were just wondering if you've lately talked with Jay. Yes, I have. Why do you ask? What did you notice? Anything? What kind of thing? Well, did she seem a little off? A little off? What do you mean? Oh, not a thing. I didn't mean. Oh, no, of course not. Wouldn't dare, I swear I scoff. The bees are buzzing in my head today. What's going on now? I really cannot say. Just that my friends and family are giving me the third degree, and they are all looking at me as though they don't know who they see. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's new? Have you heard from Jay? Have you noticed, did she seem a little odd? Not quite herself, a little off, a little unpredictable. What does it mean? Is she okay? What should we? Oh my God, what do we do? I'm asking you, I wish I knew. Well, I do too. Is there a hotline? Yes, a number we can call. Who should we ask? What should we say? When do we act? I say today. That's awfully soon. That's here and now. So are we all. Hey, what's up? Hey, can I ask you a favor? See, I've got this situation on my hands. It's about this person. I don't think you know her, but I was hoping you might help me understand. Hey, what's up? What's the update? What's the latest? Do we have a game plan yet? I think we do. I'll see you there. Keep me informed. Keep us updated. Appreciated. Yes, of course, we'll be in touch with you. Hey, what's up? What's the update? What's the latest? Do we have a game plan yet? I think we do. I'll see you there. Keep me informed. Keep us updated. Appreciated. Yes, of course. We'll be in touch with you.
Lights down, end of scene. Scene 2, lights up to Jay pacing around at her home. She picks up her phone and makes a call. Jay moves around the space while on the phone, her actions a bit manic and paranoid, pacing nervously, looking through blinds, facial expression seeming to fluctuate between fear, anxiety, and high, overly positive energy. Her voice stays upbeat, if a bit frantic, trying not to show the fear, anxiety side to whomever she's talking to.
Hey, it's Jay. Oh, not much, just hanging out. Rare day off work. Oh gosh, no, never a day totally off. Much to do, much to do. Well, I'm thinking of having a gathering, a thing. Yeah, stepping outside the box a little with this one, but you know me, there was a box. Yeah, not sure why I called. Listen, you're really important to me. You know that, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay. Great, really. Having some big energy is all. I'm just finding my mind lately, a nervous fix-up is what it should be called. So much clarity, but still kind of a swirl. I know you'll think that makes no sense, but believe me, it makes perfect sense. Everything does. Also, nothing does. Know what I mean?
Jay looks out the blinds again, sound of a car pulling up.
Hey, listen, I gotta run. Someone just pulled up. But remember, I love you, man. Yeah, soon.
Knock on door.
Hey, Sean, what a surprise.
Hey, Jay, I got your message and just figured I'd stop on over. How's it going?
Good. Great. Come in, have a seat.
Sean hesitantly enters and sits down, looking around the place with concern.
Pardon the mess. I had a really busy week at work and just haven't had the chance to.
It's fine. How are you?
Like I said, I'm good. So, you got my message about the thing?
I did.
So, what do you think?
I think it's ambitious, interesting, and ambitious.
You don't like the idea.
No, that's not true.
Jay gets up and starts pacing anxiously.
It's just, you said yourself, you've had a really busy week.
That's every week.
Okay, that's fair.
You think?
Jay continues pacing and writing in her notebook. Sean sits quietly, then tries to break the awkward silence.
What are you writing?
Jay stops pacing, looks at Sean, then dramatically reads aloud from her notebook.
If you can't find something, try not looking for it. If you don't want to lose people, don't go trying to find them.
A beat. Jay proceeds to flip pages in her notebook back as she reads more things from it.
A leaf is as important as a tree. A crumpled piece of paper is as important as a sunset. A murderer is as important as a saint. $1 million is as significant as a speck of dust. People stuck inside the framework are not always responsible for the frame.
Random things you've been thinking about?
Random things that have been thinking about me.
Jay pulls out her phone and makes a call and paces around away from Sean while on the call, occasionally looking out blinds or over her shoulder in a paranoid manner.
Hey, it's Jay. How's it going? Not bad. Pretty great, really. I mean, except for when it's, well, never mind. All's good. Yeah, you got the message? Yeah, still figuring out the details. Yeah, I thought of everything, except for ingredients or any supplies, really. And laundry. Yeah, I'm sitting here in my PJs. But what's really important in life, right? Clean clothes or community? Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I might have to think more about it all, but listen, Sean's here, so I should get going. I'm probably being rude or something, but hey, you're really important to me. You know that, right? As important as a leaf or a tree or a crumpled piece of paper. It's all the same. Trust me. Okay, yeah. More soon. Stay tuned. Okay, thanks. Bye now.
The sound of another car pulling up. Jay looks out the door blinds.
The police are here.
Sean stands looking concerned.
Why are the police here? Did you send them here?
What? No,
They're getting out. They're coming to the door. Why are they coming to the door?
I have no idea.
Call them.
No, I told you no.
It can't be good. I mean, why would they?
How many people have you called today?
Why?
Just curious.
A knock at the door. Jay opens the door and greets the officers with fake enthusiasm.
Good day, officers.
Good day, ma'am. Everything okay here?
This is my home. May I ask why you're here?
Calm down, ma'am.
Am I not calm?
We're just here to see if everything's okay.
Okay.
Is everything okay in there?
Why are you talking to? Did you call them?
No,
Am I in some kind of trouble?
No, ma'am, not at all. We're just checking to make sure you're okay.
Well, I am. Great, actually, if you want to know.
The officers look at each other, then seem to glance at something else outside.
That officer next door, were they here before us?
That's my neighbor. That car's always there. I just moved in. I don't really know them.
Ah, just curious.
Well, all is fine here. Thanks for stopping by, fellas.
Good to know, ma'am. Like I said, we're just checking in to see if you were okay. Please feel free to reach out if you need anything.
Sure thing.
Good day, ma'am.
I know. What the fuck?
I have no idea, I swear.
Jay walks over to the couch, sits down, and starts rocking back and forth.
Listen, I didn't call the police, but I did talk to Mo, and she's on her way over.
Always?
Yeah, I think we should go for a ride.
Who should?
Me, you, and Mo.
A ride to where?
Just a ride around. It's a nice day for a ride.
Energy for a ride.
A knock on the door. Sean answers the door. Mo steps in and looks nervously at Jay, who does not look up. Lights fade as music starts for the next number, That Kind of Day.
Have you never had that kind of day where everything is technicolor, swirling crystal clear? Lose your breath at every turn, friends and family get concerned. Tell me, have you never ever had that kind of day? Have you never had that kind of day where little things are monumental, big things hold your hand, and every step you take could just cause your heart to break? Tell me, have you never ever had that kind of day? How does it feel to live inside the lines? Hands on the wheel, just driving all the time. Feet on the ground, eyes always on the prize. What can you see with no stars in your eyes? How does it feel to live inside the lines? Hands on the wheel, just driving all the time. Feet on the ground, eyes always on the prize. What can you see with no stars in your eyes? Have you never had that kind of day where everything is technicolor, swirling crystal clear? Lose your breath at every turn, friends and family get concerned. Tell me, have you never ever had that kind of day?
As escort leaves, upright, a staff person enters down left. They walk slowly and methodically across the stage with a flashlight, as if doing a bed check, shining it first towards up left, then center stage. Jay shields her eyes when the light hits her, then upright. Staff then exits upright. Lights fade to low. End of scene. Scene 4. Lights up on Jay, sitting up in her bed in the hospital room, wearing scrubs she was given upon arrival. She addresses the audience directly.
You may be wondering what brought me here. What all led up to this point? From what you've seen so far, it probably seems a little confusing, a little blurry, a little unclear. Well, you're not alone. Truth is, it feels that way to me too. And I am asking myself those same questions. What am I doing here? What happened? What led up to this point? All I can tell you is I have a general idea of how this came to be, but specifically, phew, I don't even know where to begin. The real reason there is such a thing goes back further than a couple scenes in a play. I'm not sure I can name it or even describe it. It goes back days, weeks, months, even years, some of it. When I try to hone in on it, it's more of a shape, a direction of movement. It all swirls around over and over in my head in a great big fog of facts and stories and memories and metaphors. Let's just say it's complicated.
Music starts for song number 3, Fair Trade. Note this could be done with Jay just sitting in the hospital bed, rocking back and forth, or in more of an abstract way with her and other actors doing creative movements, etc.
I stumbled over fresh green grass just to get to another glass. I looked up at a star-filled sky and counted all the ways to die. I cut my hand on a window pane just to get out of the rain. I got my hair all wet, fell into a nice warm bed. I let my whole world freeze in place just to look at your face. Fell into you just like a diving bird. Then I couldn't write another word. Oh, it was a fair trade. Oh, it was a fair trade. It was a fair trade, I suppose. I woke up on a stranger's floor, couldn't stay there anymore. I ran and ran until I couldn't stand. Then I started up another band. I played and played until my strings gave out, caught in the shadow of a doubt. Fell into a deep dark well, just so I wouldn't have to tell. Lying with my back against the ground, I can see for miles around. Here under an electric sky, I live and live until I die. Oh, it's a fair trade. Oh, well, it's a fair trade. It's a fair trade, I suppose.
That's about all the sense I can make of it anyway. It's like, you know, when a mirror shatters and all the pieces still exist, they're just not together anymore? Like that. Like there are all these pieces, these shards, but each one only shows you a tiny, jagged piece of something, not the full picture. Nothing is a whole picture right now. Nothing has been for a while now. Maybe if I can get some sleep.
Jay lies down and covers herself up. She tosses and turns, unable to fall asleep. She finally settles a bit, faced out to the audience, eyes closed. Lights fade, then footsteps are heard. Hospital staff walks through, shines a flashlight on her face, then continues walking out in the other direction. Jay squints as the light hits her face, then lies there with her eyes wide open after they walk away. Lights fade, end of scene. Scene 5. Lights come back up on Jay, wandering frantically around the hallways of the hospital, clearly not having slept. Any multi-role actors can play staff or patients, a mix of both. As Jay sings this, she runs around and occasionally approaches or directs lines towards other people. Each time, they recoil or back up from her as if she is invading their boundaries.
The bees are buzzing in my head today. What's going on now? How did things go this way? The world is swirling suddenly and everyone is tricking me, and people from my history are showing up on this TV. The bees are buzzing in my head today. Major confusion, full throttle all the way. They try to give me medicine. When I refuse, they try again and again and again and again and again, and then say they're just vitamins. The bees are buzzing in my head today, swirling and twirling, flying every which way. It's like some acid trip affair, and I was really not prepared for all this motion in the air, and now I'm crashing, now I'm scared. The bees are buzzing in my heart today. I march along now in some strange robotic haze. I guess I fell too far this time, so I give up now, I resign. So I'll just count and march in line until I get another sign.
By the end of the song, Jay has slowed her pace and realized how others are reacting to her energy. She marches along the hallways now, robotically. Washboard sounds, tapping a slow rhythm, start as the lights fade out. These tapping sounds continue through the quick transition to the next scene song. Scene 6. Lights back up as Jay paces the hall, counting floor tiles out loud. 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, looking defeated. Her step falls into the rhythm of the count, sending the scene into a sort of waking dream sequence. Washboard is the only accompaniment instrumentally. As the rhythm of washboard, its steps across the floor build, the counting falls away. Other patients join in the pacing, perhaps with a stomp, rhythmic dance step. Not looking at each other, this should feel like a march and a dirge. Only Jay sings, but the choreography and staging can involve as many other patients as wish to help create this vibe.
Ain't nothing wrong, nothing but a thing. Ain't nothing but a song when the day is long, make me wanna sing. Ain't nothing like the sound of the smack of falling down. Ain't nothing but the ground always got my back when trouble comes around. Ain't nothing for the sky to up and fall out of the blue. Ain't nothing for my eye to get all caught up on you. Ain't nothing but the birds, ain't nothing but the bees. Ain't nothing but the truth when you get caught down on your knees. Ain't nothing wrong, nothing but a thing. Ain't nothing but a song when the day is long, make me wanna sing. Ain't nothing like the sound of the smack of falling down. Ain't nothing but the ground always got my back when trouble comes around. Ain't nothing for the wind, whip right in and steal away nothing for the sun, make it look all fun, bring 'em back again. Ain't nothing but a rope, look like a ray of hope when you're sinking in the sand. Ain't nothing but a noose cut loose, put the slack back in your hand. Ain't nothing wrong, nothing but a pain. Ain't nothing but a song when the day is long, make me wanna sing. Ain't nothing like the sound of the smack of falling down. Ain't nothing but the ground always got my back when trouble comes around.
Once the song is ended, the rhythmic stepping gradually steps back to just people pacing the hallway, more back in the reality of the space. At this point, Jay resumes counting the floor tiles quietly under her breath. 211, 212, 213, 214. Lights fade, end scene. Scene 7, art therapy scene. This scene starts out as a sort of montage with Jay's voice pre-recorded playing in the background as she wanders around in the hospital, setting amid other patients and staff. The main action is acted out as it is described by the voice, her thoughts, her voice as her own narrator, but with some abstract lighting and creative movement incorporated as well to set the tone, which is confusion, mania, swirling thoughts, fear, break from reality at times.
I walk up and down the halls of blue-white walls and think, what the hell am I doing here? What is this, a joke? There must be some mistake. And everyone I see is like someone I know, only kind of different. And I am walking and walking and walking and counting again all the floor tiles and knowing it is all some crazy setup. Something really bad is going down and I have to figure it out or I am a goner. So this guy walking the halls, who's been walking them furiously since I got here, you must have had time to figure it all out by now. So he's my best bet. I walk right up to him like we are one and the same, like he'll get me. Hey man, I'm gonna help you figure this all out, so tell me what you know, that kind of thing. Only problem is when I lean in to convey this feeling, he leans back super fast as if we are charged to the same magnetic field and my energy repels him. Then he steps way off to the side, on purpose this time, and walks around, looking at me like I am the craziest person he has ever seen. Me, the craziest person he has ever seen. Even though he lives, or at least temporarily, in a mental hospital. And then nothing is a joke anymore, and nothing is a mistake, and I know exactly what I am doing here. I am here because I have lost my ever-loving mind. They call us in for art, and I feel all eyes on me as we file in. Something needs to happen, and I don't know what it is, just that I have to take action now or I am a goner. And damn if I'm gonna go down like that. So I grab the crayons as soon as they lay them on the tables before the girl with the ponytail has even told us what we are supposed to do, and I start to make mad scribbles all across the page. Every time I feel a different emotion, I switch colors, and every time someone around me says something suspicious, I switch colors. And every time someone laughs or whispers, I switch colors. I switch colors a lot because there are a lot of clues. And what I am making is a map that only I can understand. I color harder and harder until crayons are breaking and going flat, and people keep whispering and laughing, and I just color faster and faster and faster until no one is laughing anymore or whispering either, because now they are putting all their energy into pitying me. And the whole scene is so offensive that I push my chair back away from the table and get up and get the hell out of here, off to count and count and count again the tiles between the blue-white walls.
As Jay paces the hallway, the art therapist approaches her, holding a piece of paper, something Jay had drawn during art therapy.
Excuse me.
Jay spins around and looks at her.
Sorry. I just want to ask you something.
Why?
Nothing bad.
She holds up the drawing so Jay can see.
This is really cool.
Jay looks at the paper, then at the art therapist.
Thanks.
Do you mind if I show it to someone? I mean, who works here? I think they might think it's cool too.
I don't mind.
Thanks. And listen, we'll have art again tomorrow. I hope you'll come back for that.
Yeah, sure. Hey, is there any way for us to listen to music in here?
Music?
Yeah, like CDs, or is there anywhere we can go to sing?
I mean, you can sing wherever you want.
Privately, I mean.
I don't know. I do have that radio for art sessions.
Yeah, that's what made me think of it. I like that you had the radio on.
You did? I didn't realize that you even noticed.
I did.
A beat. Jay suddenly points to a room nearby where the top half of the door is glass.
Hey, what's that room for?
Oh, I think that's kind of crisis room.
Crisis room.
Yeah, like a place some people go in when they need to calm down a bit.
May I go in there?
Excuse me?
In the crisis room. May I go in there?
I mean, it's usually for people who need.
Sunset is coming in that window. I'd like to go watch it for a while.
Well, I'm not sure if they usually.
Please.
I haven't been allowed to go outside since I got here. They think I'll run away or hurt myself.
Wait right here. I'll go ask someone.
Art therapist walks away. She can be seen talking to a staff member in the background as Jay waits. They seem confused by the request, but after several seconds, they both approach.
Well, I gotta tell you, this is a first.
First,
Yes. Someone asking to go into the holding room?
A beat. Staff member unlocks the door and motions to Jay to go in.
But I see no harm in it, as long as someone is close by.
The art therapist nods, as if accepting this responsibility. Jay enters the room as the art therapist watches her from the doorway. Scene 8. Jay sings the song alone in the crisis room while watching the sunset. She stands looking out the barred window, watching the sky and pondering life back on the other side. The art therapist listens from around the corner, unbeknownst to Jay, while looking at the picture she just made and holding her heart.
Uncertain angel, amber wings of grain. On the other side of bars, from the underside of Seine. Pull me out and out, make me feel the cold. Coming through that speaker like a tale too often told. Like an old wink and nod, amnesty from harm. From nobody special, like a punch right to the arm. Uncertain angel, make me feel the cold. Pull me out and down, watch the night unfold. Take your amber wings, soar up in the wind. On the other side of bars, when I rest my head again. Oh, uncertain angel, won't you soar up in the wind? On the other side of bars, when I rest my head again. on the other side of bars when I rest my head again.
Lights fade as tapping sounds fade out. End of scene. Scene 9, lights up on hospital staff sitting at a table across from another patient. There are 4 people at the table, 2 staff, 1 attending psychiatrist, and the patient being discharged.
So, I think this wraps up your discharge planning.
Unless
Staff
we have
one-
anything else from the attending. Doctor?
No, I think we've covered it. The patient has made substantial progress and meds are stabilized.
And since you are well established with a psychiatrist and therapist outside of here, we recommend you follow up with them regarding your ongoing care. But please do reach out to us if you need any referrals or other information.
The patient takes the papers, nods, and exits.
Okay. Let's see who we have coming in next. Ah, yes. Initials JC, admitted 9 days ago. A rough start, but significant progress in the last few days, especially.
JC.
Yes, you saw her the day she was admitted. And it looks like maybe another check-in a couple of days ago. It looks like you started her on a new med the first day.
Well, not sure she really started taking it until the next day. She was pretty resistant.
Is this the one who wrestled with the intake staff before being admitted to the unit?
That's the one. She was pretty combative that first day.
I think she was just confused and scared.
Oh, yeah, of course. I didn't mean.
Yeah, I know who you mean. Came in swinging and babbling and paranoid and extremely non-compliant. GF score of 20, if I recall.
She was in crisis.
Yes, and I hear she's usually pretty high functioning. No, you wouldn't have known it. Even works in the system.
The system?
Yes, the mental health system. They took a card from her during intake when she had in her wallet. Called the number on it to try and get more information, thinking it was her therapist, even though she said it wasn't. Turns out it was a colleague.
She's a therapist?
No, but she does some kind of coordination, not sure exactly, for kids, I believe.
Well, glad she made progress on these meds. Do you know what she said to me when we had the initial intake eval?
What?
I'm going to need to see your credentials.
Well, she's come a long way. Quirky, for sure, but much more stable now, at least.
When I saw her a couple of days ago for a check-in, I think her GAF was about up to 40. Doubles from when she came in. Still, not great, but way better. I was surprised, considering.
Yes, I was thinking that maybe we could recommend the intensive outpatient program.
Is she established with services outside of here?
Used to be. Not so sure about now.
Then IOP sounds like a good plan. That way I can keep an eye on her, make sure she's complying with the meds after she leaves. Is this the last meeting today?
Sure is.
Thank God. Is she on her way?
I'll go find out where she is.
Thanks. I'm sure she's more than ready to have this conversation so she can get out of here and get home.
Aren't we all?
Staff 1 gives him a look. Staff 2 leaves to find Jay. Lights down. End of scene. Scene 10. Lights up on Jay back at her home. She's wearing pajamas and sitting on the couch.
Well, the hospital finally cut me loose. Thank God. What a surreal experience that all was. Especially the first several days. It's kind of a blur, to be honest. But some of the moments I do remember, I remember crisp and clear. It's truly strange what the brain can do. Anyway, it was so good to finally sleep in my bed last night. People tried convincing me that someone should stay here with me, but I finally convinced them that it wasn't happening. So at the end of the day, I was able to get my first solid sleep since before I went in. Well before, really. And I had some wild dreams, I can tell you that. This one, it was about a therapist. I know, right? First night home from the hospital, I had a dream about therapy. Our brains do weird things when we sleep, don't you think? Guess they try to sort stuff out or shake stuff off. Occasionally, they even bring us good ideas, but we can only remember them once we wake up. But this one was different. It was a dream about a therapist, like none I have ever met. I've had some okay ones in the past, don't get me wrong, but none have ever been quite right for me. Even the ones who seem nice and everything. But this one, in my dream, she was the best. A literal dream therapist. It was kind of like when your brain tries to solve a problem while you sleep. The only trouble is this isn't something I can solve. But ugh, if only I could. If only I could make her real. She was a keeper. An angel, really.
Music starts and this dream therapist appears, clearly part of Jay's memory of her dream. Jay and therapist act out her dream sequence in an abstract and comical way as Jay sings the song.
She never asked me to start from the beginning or talked about my triggers till I cried. She never lectured me about my bad behavior. Instead, she focused on the way I felt inside. She was an angel in business casual clothing. She never spoke to me in circles or extremes. Promoted self-acceptance and never self-loathing. She was the therapist of my dreams. Oppositional or defiant, but rather asked me to explain my point of view. She never once uttered the word non-compliant. Instead said, don't let anyone tell you how to be or what to do. She was an angel in business casual clothing. She never spoke to me in circles or extremes. Promoted self-acceptance and never self-loathing. She was the therapist of my dreams. Guess in the middle of this dream I realized that if I was only dreaming, then I was still asleep. And when I woke, we'd have to say goodbye. Goodbye, my angel in business casual clothing, who never spoke to me in circles or extremes. Promoted self-acceptance and never self-loathing. Maybe we'll meet again, if only in my dreams.
Dream therapist disappears from the stage as Jay watches and laments her departure.
If only it could really be like that. Anyway, I guess we'll just have to see what's next. One more sleep until I find out. They referred me to this thing called IOP, which stands for Intensive Outpatient Program. It's like a step down from inpatient. I'll be going to the hospital every day, but not the same part of it. And I'll be doing group therapy and stuff during the day, but I get to come home at night to sleep. I really have no idea what to expect, but I said I'd do it because, well, I don't really know what else to do. I didn't want to stay in the hospital, but I'm not really feeling back to myself either. I don't even know when I can go back to work yet, or if I can go back. But I can't think about that right now. Not yet. They say that first, I just need to concentrate on getting well. So I guess I'll give this IOP thing a try.
Jay lies down on the couch and covers herself up with the blanket.
One more sleep.
Lights fade. End of scene. End of Act 1. Act 2. Lights up on Jay in her apartment. She's getting ready to leave for the day as she sings this song snippet.
The bees are buzzing in my head today, swirling around me, showing me the way. This time they're not so menacing, they are not threatening to sting. Just a buzzing, just a ringing, amplifying everything. The bees are buzzing in my world today. They're reassuring, saying it'll be okay. This time is different than before, not so chaotic anymore. Just swirly energy galore to help me make it out that door.
Jay takes a breath, then heads out the door, ready for whatever her day may bring. Scene 11. Lights up to a room with chairs set up in rows. Can represent just a section of the full room, but chairs should be all facing one way, as if toward a speaker. Jay and other multi-role actors sit in the chairs, all facing one direction, as the orientation facilitator talks. The speaker can be an actor or a voice or recording from off stage.
Hello, and thank you all for being here for this orientation for our 4-week intensive outpatient program. Before we begin with the logistics, I want to take a moment to congratulate each and every one of you for taking this very important step in your own recovery. Whatever your reason for being here, you are stepping up and taking control of your situation for your own self-care and mental health. So I want you to hold out your right hand, cross it over your left shoulder like this, and give yourself a big pat on the back for taking this important step. For the next 4 weeks, you will arrive here every morning by 9 o'clock and will spend your day here until 4 o'clock, with an hour each day for lunch. During your time here, you will meet with your core therapy group, check in with the attending psychiatrist as needed, and spend some time doing individual self-planning and peer support. You will get more specific information at our mid-morning check-in, but first, we want to get you all introduced to your core groups. This is where you will be spending the majority of your time each day, so best to just jump on in and get started. In your intake packet, you should see which group you're in, along with the room number and the therapist's name. So let's all get up now and come out in the hallway, and we'll help direct you to your core groups. Thanks again for being here, and we'll see you again around 10:30 for check-in.
All actors get up and file out of the space. Lights down as chairs are rearranged into a circle setup. Scene 12. Lights back up on a circle of chairs, some filled with multi-role actors. Also in the circle is Kay, the group therapist, who's in the middle of taking attendance. She throws a beanbag toy at each person as she says their name. After they respond, they toss it back, They maybe drop it sometimes or throw or catch dramatically. The mood in this space is more light, less robotic and formal.
Ellie,
Here and tired.
Chris,
Here and hungry.
Door opens and Jay enters hesitantly.
hello. Welcome to the K-verse. Pick a seat, any seat. Stefan,
Here and kind of not wanting to be.
all good. That's real.
Oh, I have a better one now. Here and queer.
You ready?
I'm Jay, and I guess here and overwhelmed.
Ooh, quick study though. Glad to have you, Jay. I'm gonna be easy on you since it's your first day and all, but feel free to jump on in whenever you want.
Thanks.
Water's fine.
It is indeed, Chris. So how about you start us off today?
Yeah, I guess. What's our mission?
So glad you asked. Our mission today, should we choose to accept it, is
Kay reaches her hand into a container filled with slips of paper, pulls one out, and reads it.
share something that you recently changed about the way you see the world.
Damn. That's a deep one.
Don't look at me. You came up with these.
Okay, let's see. I guess what's changed recently is that I see people in a new way.
How so?
Like, I notice people more, I guess. I see people in the store or whatever, and I wonder what they do when they're not at the store, or what they're like, or who they are.
And you didn't do this before.
No, it's new. I used to pretty much just avoid people, or ignore them, or both.
So why this change, do you think?
Well, I guess since I've been coming here and forced to be around a bunch of people every day.
Aw, that is so sweet.
No offense, I just never really went out of my way to be around people all that much.
That's fair.
Not that I do now, but I guess I just notice people a little more when I am around them. Like the guy in the greeting card section. I wonder what card he's picking out, or who it's for, or what his life is like.
Creeper much?
No, not like that.
Good answer, Chris. And very cool that things are looking different. Always a good thing, I think. And Ellie, seems like you are eager to jump in. So jump on in.
Oh, I'm in. Seriously, I've got a good one.
Oh, let me get my popcorn.
So what seems different about the world to me lately is everything seems so new. Like even things I've looked at a million times, it suddenly feels like I'm just noticing them for the first time.
Oh, nice. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I was in a place where I couldn't really see things very well for a long time. Like I was sort of stuck for a long time. And now that I'm starting to feel less stuck, everything just looks new and different to me.
Different, good, bad, otherwise?
Good mostly. Like the sky looks extra blue some days. And the grass and the leaves look extra green.
Gotcha. That sounds cool.
It is.
I get that too. Things looking different.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of like when you look at the regular word, one that you've looked at a million times, and you're like, wait, was this word always spelled like this?
Right?
And of course it was, but suddenly it looks different to you.
Weird.
For real.
Anyone else been experiencing this? Things looking a little different than before. The world looking new or extra cool all of a sudden.
I wish.
You wish? Can you talk more about that?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I wish the world would look a little different to me. That sounds good about now.
So what does the world look like right now?
Big, overwhelming, crowded, too much.
So that's not new, that feeling. How long have you felt that way?
I don't know, I guess a month or more. Maybe starting a couple of weeks or so before I went to the hospital. I just got out this weekend. That's how I got referred to outpatient.
Me too. 18 days ago.
So when did things start looking different or cool or whatever?
For me, just a few days ago. It's hard to explain, but one day the world just seemed different, brighter, more intense, but not in a bad way. More like it felt free. Maybe I was finally free, not trapped anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. I guess I still feel trapped, is all.
That's fair. What do you think might help you feel less trapped?
I don't know.
Is there anything you have done in the past that has helped you feel less trapped, less stuck?
Well, sure, but not anything healthy.
Yes, we all have our crutches, our temptations.
And how? They keep calling to me.
What are they saying?
Pick me, pick me.
And what do you say back?
That's just it. I don't know what to say or do or feel.
You have to choose what to say or do, but not always how to feel.
Ain't that the truth?
For real.
So, if it's easier, you can just talk about how the world feels like to you now. Not what it should feel like, but what it actually feels like, new or not. I mean, if you're comfortable with that.
I mean, I can. It's all wrong. Negative, heavy, desperate sounding.
We can handle heavy, and there's no wrong in feelings. It's all in what we do with them.
Okay, well, I guess I can try to explain it.
Song number 8, Truckload of Bricks. Action choreography of the number may be acted out artistically or symbolically with other actors, or may stay in that group room setting as determined by the director. The important part is that it shows her struggling and genuinely searching for something, anything, to help her trudge on through this difficult transition. It should also show that the people in the room are holding space for her and not judging or expecting her to have the answers.
I got a truckload of bricks sitting on my collar. Got a truckload of bricks just sitting on my collar. Got a truckload of bricks sitting on my collar. Can't catch a break, a deal or a dollar. Come on, baby, won't you help me take a look? Help keep me safe from harm. Come on, baby, won't you help me take a load off? Help me with your loving arms. my pockets. Got a whole lot of rocks just weighing down my pockets. Got a whole lot of rocks weighing down my pockets. My heart is in jail, won't you help me unlock it? Come on, baby, won't you do a gal a favor? Tell me it'll be alright now. Come on, baby, won't you do a gal a favor? Help me make it through the night. I got a quick pile of sand underneath my feet now. Quick pile of sand right underneath my feet. I got a quick pile of sand underneath my feet now. You help me out, 'cause I'm sinking down, down. Come on, baby, won't you throw me a rope? I swear I'll only use it to survive. Oh, come on, baby, won't you throw me a rope? Help me make it out alive. I got a truckload of bricks sitting on my collar. Got a truckload of bricks just sitting on my collar. Got a truckload of bricks sitting on my collar. Can't catch a break, a deal or a dollar. Come on, baby, won't you help me take a load off? Help keep me safe from harm. Oh, come on, baby, won't you help me take a load off? Help me with your loving arms. Tell me it'll be alright, and help me make it through the night.
A timer goes off. Kay responds to it, then addresses the group.
Okay, friends, the doctor will see you now. So the doc is in, and we get him for the next 30 minutes. So let's hold right here and come back to this discussion later.
The doctor?
Right. An attending psychiatrist checks in about meds or issues or whatever they might want to bring up.
Okay.
Everyone should check in once a week. Other than that, this is optional, but we better get on this train while it's still at the station. So who's on board? All right, let's get to it.
So is it okay if I just hang back here? Is that allowed?
Sure. Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just a little overwhelmed, is all.
Understood. Take all the time and space you need. We'll start trickling back over the next half hour.
Thanks.
All others file out as Jay sits and rocks back and forth, arms crossed, holding her elbows. Lights fade. End of scene. Scene 14, Jay's workplace scene. Lights up on Dan, Jay's supervisor, sitting at a table in an office. He's shuffling papers and assembling some sort of packet or folder. Knock on door.
It's open.
Jay enters hesitantly. Dan looks pleasantly surprised.
Jay, hello, come in.
Jay approaches the table but does not sit.
Good to see you back.
Dan reaches into a box of stuff next to him and pulls out a nameplate with her name on it, setting it on the table. He grins.
I'm not back.
Jay reaches over and leans the nameplate forward so that her name is no longer showing.
I mean, good to see you. Yeah, here.
Thanks.
Dan motions to a chair next to him, inviting Jay to sit. She does. Dan flips the nameplate back up. Jay rolls her eyes playfully, but does not stop him.
What are you doing?
Intake packets.
My favorite.
Yeah, very funny.
No, really. Seriously, I'm not even being sarcastic. Look, I know you might find that hard to believe.
I do.
Well, believe it.
You like intake packets.
Yes. I mean, no. I mean, the process of putting them together. I like that part. I find it strangely pleasing.
Well, be my guest. I do aim to please.
Jay starts shuffling the papers and putting the packets together almost robotically while they keep talking.
It's good to see you.
I'm not back.
Well, you're here.
Yes.
Thank you for coming by.
You asked me to.
Yes, and I appreciate that you did. So, why did you?
Because you asked me to.
That's never motivated you before. Kidding. I kid because I love.
You must be a real lover then. Don't even think about it.
What?
Making some snappy, inappropriate comment. Just don't do it.
Ah, come on. You can't just leave the door open like that and not expect me to walk in.
Yes, actually, I can, and I did. Remember that time I told you there are certain situations where it's better just to drop it? Do not comment. Use a filter.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah, this is one of those.
Okay.
So, speaking of segues, why did you ask me to come in?
To help me with these intake packets. Okay, seriously. I just wanted to see how you're doing.
I'm fine.
You know, make sure you're okay.
I'm not.
See if you're coming back. Look, you're not okay, but you're fine.
It's complicated. And I don't know if I'm coming back. I mean, can I? I mean, I still have a job?
If you want it, yes. You weren't fired.
Not yet.
You communicated with me. I knew you were out. You're still employed here if you want to still be. You still want to be.
I don't know. It's weird to think about going back to doing these after being on the other side of one of these.
Well, I don't officially know what you're talking about. I appreciate that you shared the broad strokes with me of why you were out, but you didn't have to.
No. I don't know. I guess when I told you that the other day, I had maybe temporarily lost my filter.
Oh, wise one, teach me your ways.
Jay smacks Dan playfully with an intake packet.
Seriously, I appreciate your support. And I filed the paperwork and I will decide soon. It's just complicated.
You say that about everything.
Where's the line?
No, no pressure. Your caseload is being covered.
Blood.
No guilt or pressure allowed. Just listen. Your caseload is being covered and the world has not ended yet. So just let me know what you want to do.
Okay. Thanks.
I should go.
Jay gets up and starts to gather herself, then turns back toward Dan, an intake packet still in her hand.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Why do you stay
Pardon?
here in this job, in this system? You know how hard it is, how messed up it can be, how much we're all running in circles all the time, trying to do the right thing against all odds and red tape and wall after wall after wall after wall.
I do.
Why do you stay?
You know why.
You do?
For the people. The clients, the families, the kids, the people.
It's what everyone says.
Where's the lie?
Right, but what about the times when the people we're here for aren't served by the system? What about when we want to be helpful and can't? What about the times when we fail or when the system does?
Look, Jay, you and I both know this is a hell of a boat to be in sometimes, but I still have hope that it is moving in the right direction. I still believe that the people in this system are good and are trying to do the right thing. I stay so I can help make change for them, for people, and maybe when it's needed, rock the boat a little.
Look, I get what you're saying. I do. It's just,
Jay sets the intake packet on the table.
you can't rock a boat you're not in.
They lock eyes. Dan scoots Jay's nameplate towards her on the table.
No, you can't.
A beat. Jay turns and exits. Lights down. End of scene. Scene 16. Lights up on Jay pacing around the apartment, writing things in a notebook in a seemingly good mood. Knock on door. Jay peeks out the blinds, then opens the door to find Sean there.
Go on. Well, this is a surprise.
Bad surprise?
No, come in. Come on in.
Jay motions toward the couch. Sean comes in and sits down.
So, what are you up to today?
Just making plans. You know, best laid schemes and all.
Right. I got your email.
Yeah? Well, what do you think?
I think it's ambitious, interesting, and ambitious. I didn't mean...
I hear you loud and clear, my friend.
Jay, wait, let me finish.
We've had this conversation before, remember?
Excuse me?
Conversation. We have had it before.
But how? I only just got the email this morning.
I don't mean about this email. I mean everything else. Me having an idea and you shooting it down. We've been down this road, Sean. And I'd rather not right now if you don't mind.
What are you talking about? When did we ever...
Right before I went, when you came to my house and got me into the car. Remember that day?
Of course I remember. Kind of surprised you do, honestly.
I'm surprised. I do.
Jay, listen, I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do. I was scared. I didn't know what was going on.
I know. And guess what? That's not even what I'm talking about.
It's not?
No, not really. We've been through that part and I get it. You didn't know what to do. You did the only thing that you thought might help. I get that. And I'm not even mad about that right now.
Thank God.
I am mad. It's not about that. What I'm talking about right now is that I'm excited about something and working on something and being productive and creative and thoughtful about an idea, which I happen to think is a really good idea. And your first order of business is to shut it down. That's what I'm talking about. And ambitious? What does that mean exactly? And please don't Merriam-Webster me, okay? I know what the word means. I just don't know why you chose to use it.
I guess I just thought your idea was a lot.
Yeah, well, so am I. Is that bad?
No, not in itself,
But
but look, I'll just say it. It felt a lot like some of the stuff you were talking about right before.
before I lost my mind,
I didn't say that.
you didn't have to.
A beat. Sean takes a deep breath, then stands as if to leave.
What are you doing?
Heading out.
What? Why?
Well, obviously my presence here is not helping.
Helping. Is that why you came by to help me?
I didn't say that.
Okay, hold up.
Jay takes a breath, then sits down and holds her head.
Please don't go. Not yet. Please.
A beat. Sean sits back down, looking concerned.
Okay, I'm here. I have no idea what to say, obviously, but I'm here for whatever that's worth.
Worth a lot. Remember that time I grabbed the steering wheel of the car while you were driving?
What?
We were on the expressway and about to exit, and you started to panic that you couldn't get over, and I grabbed the steering wheel.
What are you doing?
I'm having a memory. And don't act like you don't remember.
Oh my God, of course I remember, but damn, Jay, I hadn't even thought about that in years.
I was wrong.
Jay,
No, I need to say it, okay? I was wrong. Like, really, really bad wrong. I should have never done that.
you got that right.
So mad at me.
Hell yeah, I was.
Like, scary mad.
Like, honk the horn repeatedly and yell at you at the top of my voice, mad.
Yeah, you were. And you were right to be. Surprised you didn't punch me in the face. And I mean, thank God you didn't wreck and even managed to hold it together enough to get us to a place to pull over and cool off.
Good old Kmart parking lot. And we sat out there in the parking lot and yelled and cried and talked and eventually laughed.
And chain smoked cigarettes.
Oh, so many cigarettes.
And so we both gotten through the whole ordeal enough to move on. Like, literally move on in the damn car.
But Jade, seriously, or why are you bringing this up? I mean, seriously, I'd not thought about that in years.
I had.
Really?
Oh my God, yes. Not like obsessively or anything, but every now and then the memory will come into my mind and it all comes back. Mostly how mortified I was, and still am, about what I did. The shame and horror of my own actions.
But get out.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I know we moved past it, but I never fully moved past it, you know?
After all that time in the Kmart parking lot,
Maybe we need to stay a little longer.
we stayed a good hour.
Could have stayed a whole week, and I'd still feel bad about it now.
Jay,
You know why I grabbed the wheel?
because I wouldn't exit.
Not exactly. I mean, yes, you wouldn't exit, but that wasn't it. I grabbed the wheel because you seemed panicked. You were telling me how you couldn't tell if it was clear to get over an exit, even though I could see that it was. And then you said,
I don't know what to do. I didn't.
neither did I. And then before I knew what was happening, I had grabbed the steering wheel to make you exit.
And I freaked out.
Of course you did. I would have too. You lost control of the situation. No. I took that from you.
Okay. I get it. And it's okay.
It's not.
It is. Look, it's not okay in the sense that, hey, no worries, you can do that anytime, no big deal. But it is okay. It's in the past. Human error, lessons learned, water under the bridge.
Whew, a real gusher.
We grabbed the wheel.
What?
That day you went into the hospital, we grabbed the wheel.
No, I didn't say.
You didn't have to. We did.
I wasn't trying to say that you.
I know, but I was doing it again just now. I was trying to stop you from anything that reminded me of your last crisis. Listen, I didn't know what to do that day,
No.
and I was worried that something really bad might happen to you.
No. I know.
Jay, look at me. I made a split-second call and got folks involved, and one thing led to another, and I'm still not sure if it was right or wrong or otherwise. Something had to happen that day. I don't know what the best route would have been.
I'm not even sure a best route even exists.
Exactly. So, what now?
No.
I mean, not now.
I'm okay now.
I know. But next. What's next? What can I do to understand better now so I'll be more prepared if there is a next time? What can I do to be here, to be supportive? What does that look like?
Well, I don't know all the way, but I think maybe it starts out looking something like this.
The two share a sweet look, lights down, end of scene. Scene 17, lights up in group therapy room. Kay, Jay, and other group participants are sitting in chairs in a circle or semicircle. Kay's holding up a beanbag toy, waving it around.
Who's next?
After some hesitation, one of the others raises their hand and Kay tosses them the beanbag.
What was the question again?
What is one thing you did over the weekend to refill your tank?
Refill my tank. Right. Well, I slept a lot.
Well, that can do the trick. I mean, for some people.
Chris tosses the beanbag back to Kay, and she tosses it back immediately.
Not so fast. Quick draw McGraw. How did sleeping a lot fill up your tank? Like, did you get up feeling refreshed?
Not really. I basically slept most of the weekend because I didn't feel like doing anything.
Aha! So for you, this past weekend, sleeping had more of a running on empty effect than a filling the tank effect. Would you say that's true?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
It is.
Of course. All information about yourself is good to know. So let's see. What is the thing that sometimes helps you get out of that feeling like you don't want to do anything? What is something that after you do it, you tend to feel invigorated and refreshed?
I guess playing drums.
Drums? Oh, did I know you play drums?
I mean, I used to.
And it makes you feel better when you play.
I have a hard time making myself do it. Like, it feels like just a lot of trouble to get everything set up and get in the groove. But yeah, once I do it, I feel better, for sure.
Well then, that sounds like something you might want to make time for, to refill your tank.
10-4, Dr. K.
They toss the beanbag back to Kay, and she does not return it this time.
Okay, who's next?
Actually, I'll go. Okay, you're not going to believe this, but this weekend I had a cartoon light bulb moment.
Ding, 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 cartoon light bulb. Okay, bring it on. I've got my popcorn.
Well, it started out as just more of a conversation with my friend, one of the ones who took me to the hospital for maybe more like sort of an argument between us.
Some of the best cartoon light bulbs start out that way.
So I had an idea, and I asked my friend how they felt about it, and they said it was interesting and ambitious, right? Like that's polite speak for, I don't think your idea is very good, or your idea is interesting, but
A butt is definitely implied there. Yes.
Yeah.
big old butt for sure. Turns out it was because my idea or something about the way I was acting reminded my friend of stuff I said and did on the day I was admitted to the hospital. So I guess it felt like a red flag to them. So I got defensive, and my friend got up to leave, and then I got defensive about that.
Defensive line population J.
And then before I knew it, I was apologizing to them about something I did years and years ago and didn't even know why.
Okay, so when do we get the cartoon light bulb?
Getting there, sheesh. Okay, so my friend was right. I mean, I was acting kind of weird or just had a similar vibe to the day I went to the hospital. Like, it's hard to describe, but I could feel a similar energy.
Okay.
So my cartoon light bulb was this realization that I can sense when my energy is going a little bit manic or whatever. I can feel it in my brain and in my body, in the way things sound and smell, taste, and feel, and when things are getting a little swirly for me.
Interesting.
But not ambitious.
But you're right. We can all sense when things are going a certain way for us. When our energy changes, we might notice, hey, this feels like that one time.
If that one time went a certain way, good or bad, that might be a cue to where we are within our own cycle, because no one knows our patterns like we do.
Ding, 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 ding.
So then the other part of this light bulb moment.
Oh, double feature.
Is that one way I can take responsibility is by letting people close to me know the signs to look for. So they can be cued in when I might be heading into swirly territory.
Ding, 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 ding.
What happened to ding, 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 ding?
You get a ding, ding, ding for the first part and a buzzer for the last part.
Why?
Let me see if I'm understanding correctly. What you are suggesting is that you invite other people to determine when you might be heading into squirrely territory, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but you have indicated before, swirly isn't always a problem.
That's right. Swirly isn't always bad. Sometimes it's just big energy. But sometimes when I get really swirly, it can lead to big problems.
Right. So you're suggesting that you should let other people in on your swirly cues so they know what to look for just in case it's one of those swirly gigs. That might at some point maybe possibly lead to a problem.
Yeah.
That's the buzzer part.
I thought that was the me taking responsibility part.
You understanding and paying attention to your own cues was the you taking responsibility part.
So people shouldn't share that with other people?
I didn't say that. I'm just not sure it makes sense for you to share all that with other people. What's right for one person isn't necessarily right for everyone. Kind of like how sleeping might refill the tank for me. Oh, and it does. But it might be more of a running on empty move for someone else.
Ding, 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 ding.
Interesting.
But not ambitious.
Music starts. Kay stands up and starts to dance a little bit to the rhythm of the music.
Uh-oh.
Something's happening.
Stand back, everybody. I'm feeling the spirit.
Kay enters into song mode and steps towards Jay to deliver the first lines toward her specifically.
You've had a whole lot going on and a lot to think about. You've done a lot of thinking and you've figured some stuff out. And now it's time for doing. But when you take what's on your mind and turn that thinking into doing, please don't leave yourself behind. No, don't go doing it for someone else before doing it for yourself. 'Cause if you look at who's doing the doing, you see that you're the one. So don't go giving it to everybody else before getting it for yourself. Don't go giving up the getting before the doing ever gets done.
All are laughing as the song wraps up.
10-4, Dr. K.
Jay tosses beanbag back to Kay. Lights fade. End scene. Scene 18. Lights up on Jay sitting and rocking on her couch. She seems unsettled.
Some days are harder than others. They said that would be true. We're lying, I'll give them that. I was in the hospital for 9 days total this time and have been in IOP nearly 3 times that long. Tomorrow's my last day, or at least that's the plan. Been a hell of a trip back to normal this time. Quite a roller coaster ride. Have I mentioned I can't stand roller coasters? It's weird though, the ups and downs were anticipated, but they've happened in unexpected ways. When I first got out, I thought I would never shake the dread and defeat I was feeling. Then all of a sudden, I would be standing outside and get that the whole world feels different now feeling. So much hope, it almost hurt to breathe it in. And then just as I'd be feeling so bright and hopeful and renewed, that feeling of dread would set back in. Sometimes out of nowhere. Sometimes after just the smallest glimpse of something that reminded me of the ride I was on. The unpredictability of it. The lurches, the sharp turns, the jagged edges.
Kay starts to slowly pace the floor.
You know, like when you're walking across the floor half asleep and you step on a Lego?
Jay reacts as if this just happened.
The sudden jolts, this sharp pain, and you just want to scream, but you also recognize within seconds that the culprit
Jay reaches down to pull the Lego piece from under her foot and holds it up.
is just the tiniest little thing. Nothing you'd have ever deemed as dangerous. But in that moment, you want to just throw it across the room and maybe all the other Legos too while you're at it for existing and therefore leading to this excruciating and unexpected pain.
She acts for a moment like she might throw it and then doesn't.
Remove the threat, remove the risk, right? Isn't that what we're taught to believe? How we're taught to behave?
Jay holds the piece up for both herself and the audience and studies it.
But what is this piece? Does it exist just to torment me? Or does it serve another purpose? What if I need it later? To finish a structure I'm building. This tiny little jagged piece of plastic, which just tried to kill me in the middle of the night. What if it is the precise piece I will need later on to attach that odd-fitting window onto my little Lego house, or reinforce that airplane wing, or Secure the little Lego person into the little Lego car. This tiny little jagged piece of plastic. Is it dangerous just by its very nature? And if so, then am I as well?
Music starts for all these jagged pieces. During the song, Jay picks up invisible pieces from the floor and interacts with them in the context of what's being described in the song.
All these jagged pieces made a picture that was whole, an intricate and complicated snapshot of my soul. And the picture may have shattered, and the cleanup may be hard if I throw away the pieces, the sharp and jagged shards. Will my soul just disappear like it was never here? All these jagged pieces may seem dangerous and sharp. What if they cut my finger? What if they break my heart? These are all fair questions, but at the end of the day, what will be left over if I throw them all away? Will my heart just disappear like it was never here? Like I was never here.
End scene. Scene 19. Lights up on the therapy group in mid-conversation.
Okay, my lovelies, thank you for another fabulously interesting day of group awesomeness.
You don't get out much, do you?
Not actually, no.
Clearly.
What? Y'all are fun.
A real party.
Okay, I can see you all ready to get out of here for the day, but before we do, we have one little order of business to attend to. Yeah, that's right. It's someone's graduation day from the good old IOP.
Kay pulls out a kazoo and hums a graduation tune. All laugh.
That's right. The lovely Jay has completed her time here and will be moving along to other things. And let me be the first to say, Jay, I'm happy for you and proud of you, and you will be missed.
Kay pulls out a beanbag and holds it up.
And I know you're really going to miss this beanbag. So let's give it one last swirl before you hit the trail. Okay, so this time we'll do a hot potato round.
Oh, Lord.
So be ready. Okay, when you get the hot potato in your hand, you got to keep it moving so it doesn't burn you. But you can't pass it until you say one thing that Jay has brought to this group, in which you will miss when she's gone. And this is quick. You might get the potato tossed to you more than once. So be ready, my quick-witted friends.
She talking to us?
I know she's not talking to me.
And once you say your thing, then toss that hot tater to anyone else except for Jay. Okay? Here we go. I'll start. I'll miss your insights about the world.
Kay tosses the beanbag to Stefan, each person taking a turn saying something, then tosses the beanbag along to the next person. This element should be quick and fluid throughout the scene.
I'll miss your smart-ass comments.
I'll miss your laugh.
I'll miss that thing you do where you put your hand on your heart and look all sentimental.
I'll miss the way you cover your face when you're embarrassed.
I'll miss your puns.
Oh, Lord. Okay, I guess I'll miss your awful puns too.
I'll miss all those cool doodles you're always making in your notebook.
I'll miss the considerate perspective you always give when responding to other people in the group.
Dr. K,
Yes.
I don't want to alarm you, but
Chris points to the beanbag Kay is holding.
I think your hand might be on fire.
Wow!
Kay shrieks and throws the beanbag in the air, letting it land on the floor. All laugh.
Thanks. I'll miss you all too.
Okay. Thank you all. You all are free to go, except for Jay. I gotta bug you one more time before you get away. Everyone else, I'll see you next time.
All others get up and leave, waving at Jay as they go. The door closes behind them.
So, here we are. Your last day.
Yeah, here we are.
How are you feeling about it?
Okay, I guess.
Is that a question?
Everything feels like a question right now.
That's fair.
So how does this work? Do we have to do an exit interview, or do we need to fill out forms, or?
Nah, not really. It's super casual.
Oh, good.
Any paperwork they needed, they got on your first day, so.
That's how they get you.
Exactly. So basically, I just want to let you know that you've been a great presence here in the group. And also that anytime you feel like you want to drop in and join a session here or there, we can arrange that for the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
You can also feel free to reach out to me if you feel like you need to meet one-on-one for a session. Or if you think you might want to look into another longer-term IOP situation.
Okay, thanks.
And a weird little side note, I think you made an appearance in my dream the other night.
I did.
Yeah.
What's it doing?
I don't know. It was more of a flash cameo kind of thing. I do remember that you had this long purple hair.
Whoa.
Right? I barely recognized you.
Long purple hair. Maybe I'll have to try that sometime.
Might take a while.
I was thinking wig.
Aha, yes, much quicker.
Well, I guess I should be going.
Okay. And listen, best of luck moving forward.
Thanks, Dr. K.
Jay stands and gets ready to leave.
And don't forget, you can reach out if you want to drop by, regroup, or just check in.
Thanks.
Jay starts to walk out, but stops when she notices the beanbag on the floor. She picks it up and looks at Kay.
Who put that there?
I can't imagine.
Careful, it might be hot.
Jay laughs and starts tossing the beanbag back and forth between her hands. She keeps her eyes on beanbag during this part of the conversation.
No, I think you showed up in one of my dreams too, Dr. K.
I did? Well, shut the front door.
Yeah, I mean, pretty sure it was you.
What was I doing? Did I have purple hair?
No, you were just doing what you always do.
Well, I guess I can't escape this place. Even in my sleep, I'm in other sleeps. Was this last night?
No, it was actually before I started coming here, before we met.
Well, now, That makes no sense.
True. But also, it makes perfect sense. Trust me.
Jay tosses the beanbag back to Kay, who catches it. They both smile. Jay waves and exits as Kay ponders what she has just said. End scene. Jay exits the IOP, clearly in a more confident place, to go out into the world as the final musical number reprise starts. It begins with a couple of people on the far side of the stage asking about Jay as she's walking around, not yet in their view.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? How's it going? It's been going pretty well. Oh, by the way, have you seen? Oh, well, I mean, I was just wondering if you've lately talked with Jay. Why, yes, I have. Why do you ask? Well, did you notice anything? What kind of thing? Well, did she seem okay to you? Well, I'm not sure. How can I tell to know if she is doing well? Well, I don't know. Neither do I. What should we do?
Jay walks along and waves at the people singing. They smile and awkwardly wave back as she passes them by.
The bees are buzzing in my head today. Just what they're up to, I really cannot say. I let them know that I'm aware of all the swirling in the air and recognize that they are there, that they're not going anywhere.
Jay now directly sings to the bees around her head.
The bees are buzzing in my life today. I reassure them, tell them it'll be okay. And I embrace their energy, knowing they're just a part of me. Maybe together we can see the world for all that it could be.
Sean appears and waves. Jay waves back, then walks over and they link arms. They walk back across the stage together as if in conversation as lights fade to black. End of play. Curtain call as instrumental music continues.